The idea of morality has been one that's fascinated minds and crippled nations. Morality is either implicitly or explicitly expressed. You may not verbally express your morals, but your actions will. Trees derive strength from its roots. Develop weak roots, a simple gust may blow you over. Grow shallow roots, and there's not going to be much substance to you. Things thought in the dark will always be seen in the light. Morality is the framework in which you base your thoughts and actions out of. Morality is how you view yourself in relation to the world and others around you. If one doesn't understand what morality is, wasn't taught morality by a selfless source, doesn't know how to figure it out, the morality of their society becomes theirs by passive adoption and active survival. The issue is that society is not a selfless source for morality. They are self-serving. Society wants to consume everything you have biologically, spiritually, and financially in pursuit of profit and vanity. Society wants the complete power over you for their own benefit. We are then exposed to that morality and learn to adapt in order to survive. We become selfish and hateful out of necessity to protect ourselves. When the world hates you, you end up hating the world. Except the world hates all of us. It takes advantage of all of us. Some more than others, yes, and in varying degrees. But the goal is still the same. Assert and maintain power and dominance to secure control of the market and population. When you have a morality impressed upon a nation that is centered around greed, power, and lust, its people become venal, vain, and insecure. We feign sincerities to hide intentions, project charity to suppress exploitation, and glamorize success by burying our failures. We see others happy and instantly become miserable from our own decisions and actions. We see others miserable and immediately feel superior through ignorance and arrogance. We see individuals succeed and equate it to luck, out of fear that we'll be forced to accept that our own desire was simply insufficient. Morality is expressed in three aspects, with each having a different center: yourself, others, or God. Morality with the self at the center creates a framework that leads to satisfying yourself at the cost of others. You may claim to have established morals, just like you claim to know what you want for dinner, but how often has a sudden impulse or distraction changed your intention and action? All too often, I'd imagine. Or I am simply the only impulsive creature that's ever existed, and you have simply been spared the indignity. When the self is at the center, it automatically implies self-centered behaviors: manipulation, coercion, deceit, lack of empathy, lack of accountability, and pride. You can hide them and bury them as much as you like. You can put on a performance for others and even yourself. But if you are only focused on what you can get out of the interaction from others, then it leads to them being a means to your end. A means to an end requires a sacrifice of your own morals or of others' rights. Sure, lying is wrong to your friends, but do you give that same decency to strangers? Or do you simply twist the truth to maintain your worldview of yourself and hope others are blind when it's convenient? Do you notice the problem? It's impossible to determine a consistent worldview and maintain it without compromising yourself at some point or violating the rights of others. How can you possibly say that one action is more moral than the other when you succumb to both on your own? You can hide from me, you can hide from the mirror, but you cannot hide from God. What about morals based around others then? That truly must be better. You focus on others first, do what you can for them, and be the selfless hero. However, how do you even know what's best for them? Maybe better than basing morality strictly around yourself, but basing it strictly around others is either you still determining yourself what's best, or they determine it for you. However, if you can't trust yourself for absolute morality or commitment to it, you surely can't trust others. They are prone to the same missteps and biases as you, and with the case in our society, doing what's best for others according to their own morals may simply reinforce negative behavior. If all I care about is making you happy, then you determine the morals it's based out of. If all I care about is what's best for you, I have to hope my morals are better than yours to determine that. We cannot simply hope to base morality around ourselves and our own experience, or that of others and theirs. Factors such as societal progression, cultural experience, and environmental freedom in relation to your state and time of existence create too many variables for bias.